Okay, so this is the video for feeding and taking care of Gracie while we're away. When you come in the door, this is her water bowl. Often in the morning, she's going to have her mice. She drowns her mice in there. So just take them out, throw them, squeeze out the water, throw them onto the rug for her to play with, and then wash out the water bowl in the sink, wipe it out with the sponge that's there, and fill it with cold water. Okay, these are her food bowls. You see the bowl on the left has dry food in it. You just add dry food to that bowl each morning and evening. So you'll see it's kind of empty towards the night. Just take the scoop that's in the bag of dry food, I will show it to you in a minute, and you just add to that. You only wash it out once in a while when there's no food in it, or take the food out, wash it out, and put the food back in. Don't toss this food. It can stay in there forever. And it's very expensive, and we want to make sure we don't run out before we get back. This is her wet food bowl. So this is where you're going to put her wet food every day, morning and night, into this bowl right here with the dog bone on it. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay, so just past the refrigerator, on the bench over here, near where we have the plastic bags, is this canister. I'm going to put a sign on the top of it that says Gracie's Food, but this is her dry food. You just take this open. There'll be a bag of dry food in here. There'll also be 3 more bags of dry food for each time when you empty out a bag. And just take essentially a full scoop of this, which is the cup is in there. It's 1/3 of a cup. Just take that, bring it over to her bowl over here, and just refill the white bowl. Okay, pretty simple. And then bring the scoop back in, put it back in the bowl, in the bag, and then make sure you clip the container down tight and clip that lid so that keeps air out of it and keeps any bugs out of it. So that's it for the dry food. For the wet food, as I said, this is her wet food bowl. It will often have little remnants of things that she didn't like. If it crunches, she doesn't like it when if the pieces are too big. So I'm going to show you in a minute how to mince that. And then just let the hot water run into it, give it a minute, and then wipe it out. The pieces of food will get stuck in it, so you have to make sure that you scrub it out good so that it doesn't leave old food in it. Okay, so here's her clean bowl. You go over to the refrigerator. And it all depends whether you've got a new or a used packet. So this packet I used last night, I took a spoonful out of it, but there's still plenty left in there. So you just take it out of the fridge. Run the hot water here. It should be pretty warm already because of the washing out the bowl. And then once it's pretty warm, pretty hot, just fill it up to almost to the top of the cup. Put the cup down, take the packet just like it is, and push it into the cup. And so it'll sit in the cup, it'll warm up. Just leave it there like 30 seconds or so. You can do that while you're refilling her water bowl. And after about 30 seconds, it will warm up and you can then feed her. So when it's time to feed her, just take it out of the cup, dump this and put that back in the dish rack here. Take this off. And then I'm going to take a spoonful out of the packet. Trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time, which is kind of challenging. Okay, so here's a spoonful. It's probably not in focus very good. But here's a spoonful that came out of the packet. You just put it in her bowl and then chop it up into very little pieces. She doesn't like the big long pieces or the thick pieces, so just chop it up until it's all minced up. Once that's done, now this is the morning. Once that's done, You just put it down for her and she'll be very happy. This is her favorite food. And there she is eating it right away. That's in the morning, that's the way you do it. I will put another video in a minute that shows you what to add at night, which is the tip of the knife of medicine, but that's only at night. So in the morning, you just do what I've just shown here. When you're done, take the clip, if there's still food back in the packet, take the clip and make sure you put it right back in the refrigerator. You can't leave it out or it'll go bad and she'll get sick. And so I just stand it on the refrigerator door in between cans in here, and then wait until the next meal and then use it there. When you need a new packet after the packet is gone and you can't get a full spoonful, there'll be packets under here in the closet, the cabinet right next to the stove. There'll be lots of boxes. I'm going to get more. Right now they're out of stock, but I'm going to get them in stock before we leave. So you'll have a bunch of boxes that show there, and you just take out a packet. Here's the packet. And just bring a new packet. When it's a new packet, you don't need to warm it up. You only need to warm it up when it comes out of the refrigerator. Okay? And then the last thing to do is to clean out her litter box every morning and evening. So I think I showed you behind the door here by the couch are bags for the litter. I've ordered more boxes of it, so the boxes are right underneath here. There's more boxes for the bags, Just come in here and turn the light on. Come in here. Bag. And then scoop the litter into the bag, shaking off you just scoop out everything from along the back and the poop in the middle. Sometimes it'll get kind of clumpy, so you kind of have to knock it on the side of the thing. But just keep scooping it out, shake it off like that, and then dump it into the bag. There's the bag. I'm just dumping it into the bag. It's hard to see because I'm trying to work the camera and the litter basket at the same time. But it's pretty straightforward. Just scoop it out, put it in this bag over and over. And then when you're done, just tie the bag in a knot. And it goes out. As you know, it goes out into that litter basket here, a litter pail here. But I would tie this up first and then throw it in. So you just do that. And then drop it in there. And then I'll give you the trash schedule for when that goes to the trash. I would say just let it fill up, almost at least halfway until it doesn't get too heavy, and then we'll put it out by the trash. And then when you're all done with the litter, just spread it out so that it's nice and straight in the bag. And as I mentioned the other day, when it gets low, add more, and the boxes of litter are in here. And I'll have more litter before we leave. So you just fill it up with, not too much. Just add, a little mound of it and spread it out. You should never be able to see the bottom while it's clean. She'll scratch it, and you might see the bottom when you go to clean it out. But once you spread it, it should have like an inch of litter in it, let's say. Okay? And then when you're all done in here, just turn this light out. This door, the door to the bathroom, you can either leave open or close. The vent up here is actually fed by the air conditioner and the heat upstairs. So if you come down in the morning and it feels cold, it's because it might be cold upstairs, the way you regulate the heat. If you're going to stay downstairs, you can keep the heat low upstairs, but it may make this room feel a little cool. But the main room should be heated fine. When you come in the morning, it should be relatively dark. The windows will be open, and Gracie's lamp will be on. What you then do is you say, Alexa, turn off Gracie's lamp.
Okay.
And she'll turn it off. And then when you do your work, you can turn on the lights here, but just leave the one kitchen light on, the one that's right here. It's the one closest to the microwave. Leave that on during the day. so that she has light in here during the day. And then at night, when you go to bed, after you feed her, you say, Alexa, turn on Gracie's lamp.
Okay.
She'll turn that on, and then turn all the lights off in here so that it's dark so she can sleep at night. Okay, it's nighttime now. I've given Gracie fresh water. I've refilled her dry food. You can see how much is in there now. So you can't see the bottom, so that's a good thing. And now I'm going to show you how to do the medicine in the food at night. It's very simple. Okay, so the first thing you do when you get out a new bag of the treats, of the food, is to make sure you shake it so that, hold it from the top and shake it so that the food goes down to the bottom of the bag. Okay, so at nighttime, you're going to go into the closet here, which is right over the dish rack, into the closet. And this bottle here, right there, it says Gracie's medicine. It says it on the top also. You're going to take that out, and you're just going to put, let me back up here a little bit. You're just going to put a tip of a knife, I'm going to get it out in a second, of what's in this, the powder that's in this bottle, into her food. So here I've just put from the bottle here, just a little bit of on the tip of the knife. You can see it right at the tip. It's not a lot. Just going to sprinkle it on her food. It's just about that much. It really just coats a little bit over the top. And then just mix it in. Got to mix it in good so she doesn't taste it. It's Metamucil. It's not nothing. It's not cat medicine. It's human medicine. But it helps her not get hairballs. So that's why it's important to do this. You only do this at night. It's just at night, and it's just the tip of the knife, just kind of the edge of the knife there, just, you know, whatever sits on the top of that knife. Not a big mountain, just, you know, just enough to put a little powder in her food, and that should keep her from getting hairballs. Do that at nighttime. And then just put the cap back on and put it back up in the cabinet so that she doesn't knock it over and spill it or get lost or whatever, chew on it. Okay, and that's it. Everything else is the same for morning and night. It's just that you add the medicine at night.